What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Reese Money TV, and I'm back with another video, man. I hope this video finds you in good health and good wealth. And let's continue on with this video, man. Today we're going to be talking about why it's so important for you to stay at your mother's house and be able to go and reach other heights and do things that you've never been able to do. Don't get me wrong, before I start the video, if you're using your parents' house for a stepping stone for you to go and get more money, or go to get your own crib, or go to wait for school and, get yourself in a better position, by all means, use your assets. If you're using it in smart ways like that, by all means, go and do that. That is the best way. What I'm about to explain is if you're doing anything besides stuff like that. So as I go on, I'm talking about people who don't use their assets to their benefits. I'm talking about people that just stay in their mom's house, that just does regular things like just go to a job, spend their money, go to a job, live paycheck to paycheck, not trying to have no future, not planning for anything, or just trying to just stay there and living in the comfort of their moms and dad's house. With you doing that is messing you up in a lot of ways. One, mentally, because mentally you're still going to think of you yourself as a kid, because you're still living under the roof of your mother and your father. As a man, you're supposed to be the one that sets the rules. As an adult, you're supposed to be the one who makes rules, and other people are supposed to abide by it. You're not supposed to be, especially at the age that you are at, you're not supposed to be the one following rules and being under a house that is not yours. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's gonna mess up your mental, because you are gonna be still tiptoeing around trying to do things that you're not really agreeing upon, but you have to because it's not your house. And also you haven't matured enough to and also it's limiting your maturity, because you think that you're not gonna be able to do certain things. You're not gonna be able to be more comfortable or figure out how to get this done, or it's just limiting you as an adult for you to not be able to grow in certain aspects as far as being on your own, because being on your own is something totally different than living with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? You are in the head, so you are the one that makes the big decisions. Those big decisions create character and makes you who you are, as far as if it goes great or as it goes bad. But either way it goes, you're growing. Either way it goes, it's making you. What you need that as far as growing up. You need that as far as maturing at an older age. It's going to mess you up financially, because you're going to be stuck in a rat trap, basically. You're going to be stuck living paycheck to paycheck. You're not investing in anything. You're not going out to make plans to do anything, big moves, which is move out or try and go into college or do anything. So you're just basically living under a roof of your comfort of your parents. And we all know we're not getting any younger. So that means that you're just going to be older and older and older, and you know, 30 years old, 20 years old, 40 years old, and you're still going to be living with your mom and dad. That looks bad. What if you want to get your own? What if you want to talk to somebody, a young lady or a young man? What if you want to do your own thing? What if you want to redecorate? You can't. That's not your house. You're really stemming your growth when it comes to doing a lot of stuff in life, because you're just living under people. And how are you going to expand? How are you going to be able to do other things, see other things, make decisions that are vital for you in growing? How are you going to do that when you're living within yourself, when you're living with your parents? You should do other things, man. Make sure you strive for better, man. You should be more aggressive in trying to get out the house. You need to get out the house. You need to do other things. You need to see things. You need to progress. You need to grow. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing, growing. If you're not growing, then you staying the same. You know what I'm saying? And if you staying the same, then you lame. So with that being said, you got to get out of that, man. Get out of that mindset. Get out of that rap trap and do your own thing. A lot of other stuff that you're doing is a distraction, and you drifting left and you drifting right. But, you can always get out of that if you want more for yourself. If you don't think big, if you don't dream big enough, then you're just going to be staying stagnant. And also understand that, you got to follow God, trust God. Everybody has a plan, but you got to apply it. You need to follow the motions of what God got going on, listen and apply. Listen, apply. Don't never think that you're not you get to a point where God has putting you at that you can't keep learning. Always keep learning. You know what I'm saying? So always keep your ears open. You're not better than nobody, and you're not worse than everybody. We all equal, man. So push forward, prevail, and understand that you need to get yourself in a better position. You know, if you're not using your mom and dad's house as a stepping stone, then you're doing something wrong. You know. But with that being said, I hope this video finds you in good health and good wealth, and I'm out.